2017 at 9 a.m. in the courthouse meeting room number 2, northeast corner, 3rd floor, with 3 members present. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Notice to the public, the Board of Supervisors welcomes comments from the public during the time allowed for discussion. You're requested to approach the microphone, state your name for the record, and limit the time used to present your remarks in order that others may be given the opportunity to speak. The normal process on any item agenda is for the chairperson to read the item from the agenda. The board is given an opportunity to comment on the issue or place a motion on the floor. An opportunity for discussion may be presented, at which time the public may participate and roll call will follow. Item number 1, approval or amendment of the agenda.
Mr. Chairman, I approve the agenda as printed.
Mr. Chairman, I second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Thompson?
Yes.
Slosik?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes. Okay, moving on then to the consent agenda. Item number 2 is approved minutes from the regular session of May 2nd, 2017. Item number 3 is accept manure management plan, original non-permitted manure management plan. The board has received and placed on file an original non-permitted manure management plan, an animal confinement feeding operation from Caleb Applegate, located in section 7, pardon me, Township 84 North, R 17 West, Marion Township. Can you hear us? Okay, I'm sorry. Moving on then, in Marion Township, Marshall County, Iowa. The proposed operation would operate on a non-permitted capacity of 2,499 head of hog. Item number 4, accept manure management plan, original non-permitted manure management plan. The board has received and placed on file an original non-permitted manure management plan and animal confinement feeding operation from Jared Whitaker, located in section 8, T84N, R20 West, Minerva Township, Marshall County, Iowa. The proposed operation would operate at a non-permitted capacity of 98,000 broiler chickens. Item number 5, accept manure management plan update, MTM Farms, ID number 61010, annual update report received and placed on file with no changes to the manure management plan. Item number 6, accept annual manure management plan update, Justin Whitaker, ID number 66798, annual update report received and placed on file with no change to the manure management plan. Item number 7, accept annual manure management plan update, Blue Valley Pork, ID number 59449, annual update report received and placed on file with no changes to the manure management plan. Item number 8, approved claims. Approved claims as audited and authorized the county attorney and recorder, county auditor and recorder to issue payment of the same. The listing of the claims paid to this meeting and all claims paid in the month of May will be published as part of the first meeting in June. I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I motion that we approve the consent agenda as printed.
And I would second.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on any of these items?
I do have a question. David?
Yeah.
We don't get many for broiler chickens. What is the amount of animals that they can have to stay under non-permitted?
100,000.
100,000, okay.
Any other questions, discussion? If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson?
Yes.
Slosik?
Yes.
Patton?
Yes. Okay, item number 9, approve personnel actions. A is change of status and change rate pay of Scott Jorblin, Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from TDI or TD1 to TD2, rate of pay from $23.55 per hour to $23.88 per hour, effective May 16, 2017. I would entertain a motion.
I would make a motion that we change the status and change the rate of pay for Scott Jorpland Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from TD1 to TD2, rate of pay from $23.55 an hour to $23.88 an hour, effective May 16th of this year.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chair, I'll second that approval.
It's been moved and seconded. I'll open this for discussion. Does anyone have any comments about this? Any questions, Paul?
This is just, employees come on as truck driver one, and then after they go through a period of time and exhibit, that they can effectively operate the truck and be safe, and it's just a probationary measure, so there's not really any, experience gain other than just reassuring us that they're okay in that truck.
Okay, and as per the union contract, we've got a specific amount of time, but it's at your discretion if they show
There isn't a day count on it,
If
it's just
it-
kind of
yep.
whenever we see it.
Your
And then
proficiency.
Then the following one will be TD3, and that's when the truck driver takes and gets experience and training on a motor grader, so that we can shift people around a little bit if we need to. But that actually is what the next one will be, if they choose to learn operation of the motor grader.
because we've had some concerns on having enough grader operators and maintainers.
Still concerned.
Have these guys shown any interest in going to TD3?
I think one has. I kind of hope not, because I want to use them in heavy equipment.
Okay,
Okay.
because we're going to have some retirements coming up,
Yes.
and we're going to be short.
What's the normal time period in the TD1 and the TD2?
It's 30 days, not to 90 days usually.
Okay.
We've had it
So it can happen all in one summer?
very easily. Yeah, usually
Yeah,
it would.
Okay, that's what I was wondering, yeah, okay. Is there any further discussion on item number A?
No, sir.
None?
No.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosson.
Yes?
Patton.
Yes. Okay, going on then to the next item, B, change of status and change rate of pay. Mike Malloy, Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from TD1 to TD2. Rate of pay from $23.55 per hour to $23.88 per hour, effective May 16th, 2017. The chair would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I motion that we approve the personnel actions, change of status and change rate of pay for Mike Malloy, Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from TD1 to TD2, rate of pay from $23.55 to $23.88 an hour, effective May 16th, 2017.
And I would second.
It's been moved and seconded. I'll open this up for discussion. Any questions? Paul, comments from you?
Same thing as with Mr. Jorpland. They were hired at the same time, and they've both exhibited good operation
Okay.
skills.
Very good. Any questions from the board?
No, sir.
No.
If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, going on to the next item, C, change of status and change rate of pay. Rich Ament, Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from ET1 to ET3. Rate of pay from $21.66 per hour to $24.07 per hour, effective May 16, 2017. The chair would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would motion to approve the personnel action, change of status and change rate of pay. Rich Ament, Secondary Road Department, full-time, change of status from ET1 to ET3, rate of pay from $21.66 an hour to $24.07 an hour, effective May 16th, 2017.
Mr. Chairman, I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Open this up for comments and discussion. Paul?
This one's a little different than our truck driver. This is engineering technician, and it's also a promotion that's based on the labor contract. But going from ET1 to ET3, ET3 is when you have full inspection certifications from the DOT, and so there isn't really any need to go to the tweener ET2, because that's like a partial in-between, but he currently does have all. So we just take him right up to ET3.
Okay. How was the school for him?
Excellent, yeah.
Okay.
That was hired, so.
Do I remember when he was hired that he already had the certification?
I don't think, he didn't have any, he's had experience with construction, and
Okay,
he's been
that's what
out,
it was.
in the field, but he picks up stuff really fast, and he has all the requirements that we need for inspecting hot mix asphalt, Portland cement concrete, and aggregates, and that's about what we do.
Okay, very good. Any further discussion or questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosik.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, then, item D would be to hire Cody Allen Hildreth, Sheriff's Office, full-time jailer. Pay rate $17.42 per hour, effective May 22nd, 2017. The chair would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I motion that we approve personnel action hiring Cody Allen Hildreth, Sheriff's Office, full-time jailer, rate of pay $17.42 an hour, effective May 22nd, 2017.
And I would second.
It's been moved and seconded. I'd open up for discussion or questions.
Just a couple comments. Both of our Sheriff's Office jailers that are being hired today are replacements for retirements. We're not expanding our system. We're probably going to have some more of these coming up this year, but I just like to mention that these are both replacements.
Any further discussion? Any questions?
No.
Okay. If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosik.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, E, hire Rebecca Pauline Stokes, Sheriff's Office, full-time jailer, rate, pay $17.42 per hour, effective May 30th, 2017. The chair would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would motion to approve personnel action, hire Rebecca Pauline Stokes, Sheriff's Office, full-time jailer, pay rate of $17.42 an hour, effective May 22nd, 2017.
Mr. Chairman, I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Open this up for discussion. Any questions? Same thing as you talked about, David. This is a
Yes.
replacement. Roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosik.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, and on to item number 10. This is a FY18 mental health disability services levy rates, discussion and possible action to discuss FY18 mental health disability service levy rates relating to recently passed Senate File 504. I'd entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I motion that we approve the fiscal year 18 mental health developmental services levy rates recently relating to the past Senate File 504.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Open this up for discussion then. This is not, the Senate File 504 is not going to affect Region 10. That is the region that Marshall County is in. We are currently at $22.19 per capita. It's going to stay there, so it's not changing anything. The new law is not going to affect Region 10 or Marshall County. Just as an interesting note, it does affect some counties, big time, as much as $1 million or more. And if that was the case, we would have to amend our budget, amend our levy at this time. That's not what you want to go to the public and say you have to do. So we feel we're really fortunate to be in this particular situation at this time. So, any other discussion?
You sit on that mental health region, and the region sets the levy for the region,
Yes.
not the individual counties. Our current region, like you said, we levy at 22.19. Going back just 5-6 years ago, we were at 54.78. Once we joined the region, we went in with a substantial amount of reserves, and there was an equalization in the region. What Senate File 504 did is they set the maximum levy rates for our region, which is $35.50. That does not mean that the region is going to go to there. It means that they can if they have to. Financially, the region is very solvent. You've got very good reserves. The other portion of the Senate 504 is the Senate wanted to have the regions spend down their excess fundings very rapidly, and the way it came out is they've got, was it 2 years to
Yes.
reduce it? So it's
And Region 10 that we're in have a number of projects that they're working on that takes time. You can't do
Yeah.
that in 1 year or in 3 weeks or whatever, you know. It takes several years to develop these things, and so when that was explained, and then the legislature backed off on that a little bit.
But financially, the region that we belong to is in very good shape.
Yes, yeah.
And again, we're levying at 2219.
Yes, that is per capita.
Yep.
Yep.
There are 10 counties in our region. Let's see, it'd be Boone, Story, Franklin, Hardin, Marshall, Jasper, Powell-Chic, Warren, and I'm missing one. I was missing one the other day, too.
Did you get Hardin?
Hardin's
Hardin,
one.
Powell-Chic.
Hardin's one, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get along real well, and there's a supervisor, one supervisor representing each county when we have our meetings, and so that's just kind of how that's been running, so.
Yeah, it's a good group.
Any other discussion or comments? If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, going on then. Is item number 11, and this is an item to approve public event held on county property, Oktoberfest, pardon me, incorporated request to use, it sounds like I'm from Germany, doesn't it? I'm sorry, yeah. Request to use the mobile band shell on the courthouse grounds Thursday, September 21st, 2017 through Sunday, September 24th, 2017 for Fall Family Fun Festival activities. The chair would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to approve this request from Oktoberfest Incorporated for use of the mobile band shell on the courthouse grounds Thursday, September 21st, 2017 through Sunday, September 24th, 2017 for Fall Family Fun Festival activities.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I will second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded. I'll open this up for discussion and debate. Anyone here to speak towards that? Okay, now, are you Marilee?
No.
You're not Marilee, okay. I had Marilee's name down.
This is Alice Qualstead.
Alice
Okay.
Quested, I'm on the Oktoberfest board, but thank you.
Okay.
This is our annual event. We normally have music on the courthouse. We also use it for our children's events on Thursday night. Just a continuance each year. We really enjoy using the courthouse grounds and hope that you approve the band shell use for us for this year.
Thank you for all your work. It's a wonderful thing. It's been going on for a long time. Have you got some new stuff coming up this year? Some changes in store for us?
We do. We'll talk about that a little bit later on
Oh,
in some
okay.
public
But wait, there's
discussion.
more then.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be improved this year, so
Have
thank
you
you.
had an opportunity to meet the young man in the back here, Lucas Babke?
Yes, I think I have met him
He is-
previously.
He is the guy for you and your committee to talk to,
Definitely.
for any help you need in getting this thing set up.
Yep. Thank you.
You betcha.
Any further discussion or questions?
Nope, just looking forward to it.
Roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosson.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, going on then to item number 12, approve public event held on county property. Freedom for Youth Ministries is hosting a program called Freedom Quest. They request the use of courthouse grounds on Tuesday, July 11th, 2017, from 4 to 7:30 p.m. for this program. This program is open to the public and will include bounce houses, games, food, and fun. I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I motion that we approve the use of the courthouse grounds for the Freedom Quest program on Tuesday, July 11th, 2017, from 4 to 7:30 p.m. I do want to add one thing to that motion. That is with proof of insurance and working with our buildings and ground staff. Do we have somebody from this group here this morning that would like to speak to this?
Okay? We will follow up on that.
Okay,
Proof of insurance
proof of insurance.
and working with our department there.
Yep, just adequate insurance.
Okay? Is that okay with well, you were the.
Yeah, I just made the
Now I'm asking for
motion.
a second then.
I would second, yes.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any further discussion on that?
Discussion-wise, the reason I've made that motion is if they're going to have bounce houses, foods, and games, bounce houses in the rental industry are the number one issue for insurance claims. I just want to make sure that they've got adequate protection so that the county is held harmless on this.
Any further discussion or questions?
Does this need to be tabled then for,
I don't think so. I think
we can still go ahead and,
We can still approve it, but if
Approve
they
this.
don't produce the insurance, they can't do
okay,
it.
all right. Contingent on this then?
Yes.
One thing I might throw out, and I'm gonna say this more and more as we talk about and give permission to, for events like this. We give permission to anyone, any local people doing this. If they want electricity, they can have electricity. It's free, always has been free. And we've had some questions about why we give free electricity to some people. Actually, we give free electricity to everybody. That's just part of the program. And so I just want the public to realize how we work with different organizations, and we're certainly going to work with them and give them an opportunity to use this courthouse and the courthouse facilities here. It's the people's courthouse. It's not the supervisor's courthouse, and so we just want people to realize that. So, if not,
Going back to the electricity thing, that includes Oktoberfest. You use a tremendous amount of electricity. At the same time, years ago, Oktoberfest stepped up to the plate when we were doing some of our reworking of our systems outside and contributed substantially to electrical upgrades in exchange for being able to use our electricity. Trust me, the amount that they gave us will far exceed any electricity that they'll ever use, probably in the history of Oktoberfest. They were,
well, I hope that we should live that long.
I hope so
Yeah,
too, but
okay.
they were extremely generous
Yes.
in assisting us with our electrical upgrades for outside.
Any further comments or discussion? If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Solosek.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, on to item 13, 2017-2018 Marshall County Youth and Shelter Services Contract. Discussion and possible action to approve the contract between Marshall County, Iowa and Marshall County Youth and Shelter Services for fiscal year 18. Motion, please.
Mr. Chairman, I would motion to approve the 2017-2018 Marshall County Youth and Shelter Services contract in the amount of $11,000 and authorize the chairman to sign.
Mr. Chairman, I will second that.
It's been moved and seconded. I'll open this up for discussion and questions.
Just a comment, this is an annual thing we do with Youth and Shelter Services. David Hicks is their director. We contribute $11,000 to his budget on an annual basis. His budget is probably in excess of a couple $1 million. It comes from several other sources. Our contribution isn't a lot, but we do work with other areas throughout our budgeted system through the district court. There's dollars that go to him. David comes to us 4 times a year and gives an extremely detailed presentation on what he does, and this is a phenomenal group. They do a lot of protection for the individuals that get in, and from my perspective, I probably appreciate him as much as anybody else, because it's not just a hand up. It's not a handout, it's a hand up. They really work very, very hard to get people out of the predicaments that they're in and into a better position in their lives.
Any further comments? Questions? If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Solosek.
Yes.
Patton.
Yes. Okay, on to item number 14. This is Resolution 2017-0030. This is Secondary Road Agreement for Temporary Construction Easement for City of Rhodes. Discussion and possible action to approve an agreement for a temporary construction easement for the City of Rhodes. This easement is for the construction purposes to expand the Rhodes Iowa Lagoon. If granted, this easement shall be 20 feet wide and legally described as a temporary construction easement being located in the northwest quarter of Section 16, Township 82 North, Range 20 West of the 5th Prime Meridian, principal meridian, Marshall County, Iowa, being more particularly described as follows: commencing on the north corner of said section 16, thence along the north line of said section 16, S 89 degrees 44 feet 13 inches west, and 1,378.84 feet to the point of beginning, thence along a chord described in Marshall County records and microfile number 894-1974, S 46 degrees 29 feet 13 inches west, 470.63 feet, thence north 42 degrees 27 feet 43 inches west, 20 feet thence north 46 degrees 29 feet 13 inches east, 449 feet to the north line of said section 16, thence along said north line north 89 degrees 44 feet 13 inches east, 29.19 feet to the point of beginning. Described area contains 9,196 square feet and is subject to the easements and restrictions of record. Described easement is being acquired as part of the 2016 City of Rhodes Lagoon project. And a proposed temporary construction easement being located on the southwest quarter of Section 9, Township 82 North, Range 20, west of the 5th Principal Meridian, Marshall County, Iowa, being more particularly described as follows: commencing on the south quarter corner of said Section 9, thence along the south line of said Section 9, S 89 degrees 44 feet 13 inches west, and 1,374.78 feet, thence 107.05 feet along a 11,509.1 feet radius curve, concave southeast, chord bearing N 44 degrees 52 feet 38 inches east, 107.05 feet to the point of beginning, thence N 44 degrees 36 feet 38 inches east, 540 feet, thence north 45 degrees 23 feet 22 inches west, 30 feet, thence S 44 degrees 36 feet 38 inches west, 540 feet, thence S 45 degrees 23 feet 22 inches east, 30 feet to the point of beginning. Described area contains 16,200 square feet, and is subject to other easements and restrictions of record. Described easement is being acquired as part of the 206 City of Rhodes Lagoon project. At this point, I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I motion that we adopt resolution number 2017-0030, agreement for temporary construction easement for the City of Rhodes, and authorize the chairman to sign.
And I would second.
Been moved and second to adopt this resolution. We'll open it up for discussion. Paul, do you have anything further that I confuse people on that you can?
Isn't it sad that it takes that many words to describe
Yeah.
a 30-foot wide strip of land and a 20-foot wide strip of land?
Did you guys get all that for the press?
That's gonna be
Probably going to put in another page in the paper tomorrow?
It's, this isn't really a secondary road operation. I'm just dealing with it for conservation and reading the plans. And the easements are minimal. I mean, it's a 20-foot wide. You saw it in the drawing, didn't you, that I gave you?
Yeah.
The 30-foot wide easement is going to have underground sewer placed in it, you know, so there's gonna be excavation out in that area, and it'll be returned back to the ground surface that's there. It looks like they will not be replacing trees that they remove, and Mike Stegman was okay with that because he said they weren't really species that he's concerned about for trees. And the only other big deal is that they will not be closing any part of the trail during construction. It's out into the right of way that the trail is on, and they'll have things kind of cordoned off with safety, measures so nobody can creep in there.
Yeah. Mike sent us an email that all three of us got, that he had no concerns with the Heart of Iowa Trail and this easement at all, and he was fine with it.
I forget, how long is this expected to take?
The temporary easement starts at the issuance of notice to proceed, and then goes through completion or December of 2018, whichever comes sooner.
Yeah, it'll go through until June of 2019.
June of 2019?
Yeah, it's been pushed back.
Okay.
So,
Then I'm not sure if you want to approve this agreement, because this one does say December 2018, unless you can, maybe you can pencil on it, or I don't know how that works.
We'll have
So
to-
Roger would be.
We'll have
Do you want us
to,
to do an amendment?
meeting,
yes.
I told Roger it was on agenda.
I know.
I'm here for
All right.
Roger Shaw.
Okay.
I was handed this actual file about 10 minutes before the meeting started. From what I have, was that this was the agreement that was approved. I don't know any changes. Roger made no mention to me about the changes on the completion date.
Is it hopefully 2018 construction, or is it?
Well, that's when the construction will start, probably. They, we won't be bidding out until probably August, and then it'll be September before.
Oh.
we even start.
Okay.
So they're saying that it'll probably start in 2017, go on to 2018, maybe into 19.
Are you guys getting any community development block grant money for this?
It's gotta be done by 19.
Okay, they've got a construction time on it?
Right. I do have,
It is just a temporary easement. It's not permanent,
I
acquisition of
understand.
anything, so can you?
And we
are
certainly
you be
don't
allowed
wanna hold it
modify
up.
I guess the only thing you could do is you could approve this one, and then if we have to extend, you could approve another one.
Just approve an extension?
Do an extension.
Okay,
and
Do you,
so-
do you have a preference to keep it clean for you're
It's an
you're the one
easement.
that's
It's an-
responsible for the agenda?
It's an easement.
Okay. It's pretty innocuous.
Yeah, yeah.
okay. We'll do that.
Because
So-
we can always refer to this original resolution and just do it. Yeah, so not a big deal. That way we don't have to change the paperwork and we can at least say it's on.
Okay.
If that works for you guys, because there's still a chance that you could get done in 2018, depending on what weather. Not a chance? Okay, I don't know much about
No,
wastewater
that-
lagoons.
We were, it's just certain things that have taken time, the DNR.
I know what that feels like.
2010.
We
Okay.
will
I
have to make sure
understand
we
that.
come back and do an extension, though.
Yeah,
Right, yeah, so I will, you'll let Roger know that?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what our time frame is right now. It's at June 2019.
I'm okay with approving it as it stands and then doing another one on top, unless your guys' group would rather not, and then us just put it in 2 weeks again.
No, I'd rather
Okay, I'm
do it this way.
that's,
Okay.
I'm good with that too.
that's fine. With that understanding then, and just a note that says possibly need to extend date to June 20th, 2019. We'll just kind of have that in our notes. Any other discussion or comments from the group or anything? Okay. If not, roll call vote, please.
Thompson.
Yes.
Slosik.
Yes?
Patton.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for coming and jumping in on this. Okay. We'll get these signed. Do you want to take them with you when you go today?
But these,
The signatures?
yeah, because I'll have to get the mayor's here.
Okay, okay.
And, I'll get
Okay.
mine's there, so.
We've got them here. If you want to hang around, we'll do that. Okay. Item number 15 is public forum. Is a time set aside for public to make comments on topics of county business other than those listed on this agenda. No action will be taken on any of these topics brought up in public forum. This is the time. Yes, sir.
Garrett Goodman. I'm also on the Oktoberfest board.
Okay.
I'm taking over some of the, last year was my first year on the board, and I'm taking over activities for like the music concert that has traditionally been Saturday night, and also helping out with various other aspects of Oktoberfest. So, as you know, Oktoberfest has been going on a long time, and the board has always done its best to provide the best festival that we can for the town. Past couple years, we've been brainstorming on what we can do to enhance or add different elements into the festival to appeal to a wider audience of Marshall County. We still want to do the same things we've always done. We just want to add in a few more things. For instance, we're going to be changing our traditional 5K, 10K race to more of a themed color run to engage a wider audience. They've been very popular over the past few years. For those unfamiliar, it's basically just a run. We're not going to go with the sanctioned length. It involves color packets and throwing them at. There's stations where they throw color. And it's fun for kids, it's fun for adults. I've done a few in Des Moines. It's just a huge audience. So that's one thing we're doing. We're also going to work to upgrade the visual aesthetics, like signage, stuff like that at the festival. We're working on bringing in different sorts of vendors and merchants, more of the artist community. The big thing that we want to do is, in years past, we've left downtown area to go Saturday night to the Coliseum for the Saturday night concert. We feel as though that removes the community from the downtown courthouse area where our merchants, our crafters, our vendors, everything at the festival happens. We think we remove that to go to Saturday night. And so this year we want to try to keep all of the music on the courthouse lawn, basically up till 10, 11 p.m. at night, and then stop. With this comes the fact that we will be selling alcohol, and we've met with the local law enforcement, the police department, or the fire department, and the city administrator on what would be required of us to do this. And generally in the past, it's been fencing stuff that makes the cost of it very prohibitive. But we're working with them as far as what we can do there. Maybe no fence, maybe just use our road barricades we've used in the past with signage. This was the first step before we meet back with them. We want to, basically we'd have vendors along the courthouse lawn. The layout would be similar to previous years. We're looking on cleaning that up as well. So basically be the same sort of thing we've always done, just instead of leaving the courthouse lawn, we would keep everything downtown.
Any questions for Aaron?
Alcohol-wise, you may want to get a hold of the last people that we had this,
Yep.
which was the Ragbri.
Actually, Dan Mollers, I don't know
yeah.
if you're familiar with Dan.
Yep,
He's
Dan and Tom
actually-
worked on that.
He's actually been working closely with us still, even though last year was his last year on the board. He's still working. He met with us. He met the meeting I spoke about.
It's in his blood. He won't
Yeah,
quit.
he loves it. He bleeds Marshalltown, and
Yep.
so do we all. I mean, we all do. That's why I'm on the board. That's why I joined up last year. It's not about changing what Oktoberfest has been. It's just engaging the other audiences in town. I've spent 11 years at Fisher's. I know there's there's not a lot of things for the 20 to 45 age demographic to do in town and generally in Oktoberfest. That's kind of an audience that we engage for the Saturday night festivities, but we have a car show Friday night too. That that's a whole other crowd that could benefit from the sale of alcohol in the downtown area.
We appreciate you working to keep everything in the courthouse square. We've lost so many things these last few years. We've lost Thanks with Franks. It brought people downtown
That was great.
without asking them to spend money. The farmers market has left. We've lost the Iowa State, Iowa game kickoff, and all those things have gone and left the courthouse square, and we've got a great location here. It's the heart of our entire county and community, and we really appreciate you making people feel comfortable to come down and enjoy their house.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. I feel the same way.
Any questions for Aaron?
Could you give us your first name?
Garrett, Garrett, Goodman, Godman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Anyone else? We'll go to this one. If not, thank you. Item number 16, adjournment. The next regular session is May 30th, 2017 at 9 a.m. All business to be acted upon at that session should be submitted to the county auditor and recorder's office or the Board of Supervisors office by Thursday, May 25th, at 2017 at 1 p.m. There being no further business to come before the board, the meeting is to be adjourned at 9:41. Thank you all for coming.